Hello, good morning. This is Diecast Luna. I hope you're all doing well on this Monday morning. And today, this is going to be one of two videos that I'm doing today. I'll be doing my normal mainline Monday video later on this afternoon, so stay tuned for that. But this one is going to be my interpretation of the race car challenge that all my fellow YouTubers are doing at the moment. I don't have masses of race cars like that, and I don't profess to know masses about racing either. But anyway, nonetheless, I'll give it a good go. And I will leave a link, a description in a bit, to the person that set the challenge. I'm not familiar with the channel that set the challenge, but nonetheless, I will leave a link to the channel. But anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at some cars. So anyway, the first car we're going to take a look at is this, I'm not sure what the year is, this Chevy Vega wagon. I do believe it's from the Street Freaks, or the Street Freak, Johnny Lightning Street Freaks, I think. But anyway, it's really cool. In this country, we call them banger cars. I do believe over in America, you call them demolition derby cars. But nonetheless, I just thought I'd show it because it's really, really cool. I have shown it before, but I just think it's really, really cool. But yeah, so this is the Vega wagon. But yeah, it's really, really cool. It's got 777. But yeah, painted rear details. Obviously the windows are removed, bonnet's missing. But yeah, so that's number one. And then number two is this 1969 Corvette Racer. And this is by Hot Wheels ID. So it's got the lovely Spectraflame paint, the lovely Hot Wheels ID wheels. And obviously got all the tampoed lights on the front. You've got the tampoed lights on the rear. And it says 1969 Corvette Racer. So yeah, I do like that one a lot, I must admit. It's really cool. So that's number two. Number three is this 67 Chevy Nova Gasser by M2. And it's the Moon Eyes equipped. You can see it says Moon equipped. And obviously you've got the Moon Eyes there on the door. It's got the steely back wheels. And it's got the raked sort of look to it. You can see the headers there. But yeah, it's really cool. And obviously being as M2, as you know, it's got separate pieces all over it. So you've got separate bumper and separate rear bumper and lights. Go with Moon. Cool in the window. And you look underneath, it's got, you can see the ladder bars there. But yeah, 67 Nova. But yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, you can see Nova SS. So that's number three. And then number four is going to be another Gasser. And this is a mainline Hot Wheels 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser. That's been shown in all various different colours and liveries. But you can see this one's in a lovely gold. I like this one mainly because of the sort of black chrome engine. It's pretty cool. But again, you see the ladder bars there. But yeah, very cool. And obviously, as I said, these have been seen dozens and dozens of times, but still, nonetheless, it's still pretty cool to see one. And then number five is going to be another one. So it's going to be another, this will be a Nova wagon. Gasser in this sort of lovely metallic green. You see the headers on that. You see you've got some ladder bars going on there. Or is that leaf springs? I can't tell. Anyway, pretty cool. You see 64 Chevy Nova Gasser. Anyway, so that's number five. And then everybody knows this car, or knows these cars, should I say. This is obviously an original, this is Hot Wheels version of the GT40 in the Golf livery. And this is one I rescued from, I can't remember where I got this one from now. I think I might have got this in a bag of cars, I think. But it's not a particularly old casting, I don't think. It's pretty good for a mainline one. You can see you've got engine detail. So look, it says Ford GT40. Oh yeah, but I know I didn't get this one new, so it's got a bit of a scratch on the window, but I know I rescued it from somewhere. So anyway, so that's the legendary GT40. Now this one, again, this is a 67. I believe it's a 67. It might be a 68. Ford Mustang Shelby GT. I'm erring over it because I'm trying. The details on the bottom. Yeah, it just says racing. Obviously, it's by Racing Champions, but this would have been raced in the Trans Am races over in over America, I presume. But this actual car is quite unusual in itself because they were never supposed to put Muller Lite beer livery on it. So a lot of these cars, they never had the licensing to do it. So a lot of these cars got recalled and destroyed. It wasn't supposed to have it on it, on this model I'm on about, not the real car, I'm on about the model. So there isn't masses of these, but it's pretty cool. You see it's obviously got a metal base, rubber tyres. Can get the bonnets open. It's got engine detail, which is now shut again. You see some engine detail going on. And obviously it's got separate chrome mirrors. It's a little bit big. Racing Champions have a habit of making things a little bit big, but it's bigger than the 1 in 60. It is supposed to be 1 in 64 scale, but it's bigger. But nonetheless, it's still a pretty cool model. And like I said, I've got, like as we all have, I've got so many models that it tends to all merge into one. But I forget exactly. I think this is an older casting. I think this casting was from the late 90s. I have got the box somewhere. I'll have to look it up, but it is quite an old casting. Just trying to see if there's any details on it, but it's all hard to see. We got it. It is. No, I can't see. That says 98, I think. So anyway, fairly old, but anyway, different. So anyway, so that's the. I'm going to say it's the 67 Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500. And then anyway, this is the 1968 Mark I Ford Escort British touring car. But I've forgotten the name of the guy that used to race this. I know it's Frank somebody. But and this is another car. I did pick this up from Car Boot a few years ago. This is Atlas Editions. It's missing its wiper. But I just thought it was done really, really cool, really well. I used to have a Mark I Escort, funnily enough. Not like this. I had a 1600 GT many years ago. I wish I still had it now. It'd be worth a fortune. But nonetheless, very cool. So as you see, it's got proper lens lights on the front. And because it's obviously a touring car, like a rally car in effect, it's got the tape over the lights. You've got the tubbed out arches. Anyway, so that's that. So that's pretty much, that's a 1 in 43rd scale. But what we'll do is we'll push all these to one side very gently out of the way, and we'll show the last race car that I'm going to show. And this is a Trans Am racer, and it is a 1967 Mercury Cougar, and it's made by a company called Sunstar. It's a 1 in 18th scale, larger scale, and I believe the guy that used to race this was a guy called Bob Estes, if I'm pronouncing that right. He's actually got his name on the side, and I think he was a Lincoln Mercury, possibly a Ford dealer. He had a dealership, and obviously he got into racing. I did look him up briefly one time. I've had this car for years. This is an old cast, and this car was made in like the late 90s, I think, this actual model. And these are getting quite unusual to find now, but nonetheless, it's full of detail. Let's take a look on the inside if I can get the light to look. Get the light in it. You see it's got the proper sort of screen in. You see a fire extinguisher there. Might get a better view from the other side, actual fact. If we can. You see all the fire extinguishers, all the stuff for that. You see the gear stick, all the different switches for the fuel pumps, and you see the race harnesses there. But yeah, very nicely done, especially for an older model. I think that's probably a fuel cut-off switch. You've got the roll cage there and the pads. And with a quick squiz on the bonnet. And being at the Trans Am Racer, it would have been something like either a 289 cubic inch in this, or possibly a 302. But anyway, there's the engine, all wired and plumbed. But you see it's got Ford written on the rocker covers there. I hesitate to guess it's probably a 289 in this, I expect. But anyway, like I said, I'm not an expert on racing, but nonetheless, it's a very cool car. You've got the side pipes there. And if we take a quick look at the back, you can see he's got where the fuel cap is, and legendary Mercury back end. Anyway, so I hope that's done okay. That's my interpretation of the racing car challenge, race car challenge. Like I said, I will leave the name of the YouTube at the bottom of the screen in a bit, and so go and check him out, and please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for Mainline Monday, and I'll see you again soon.